Okay. Okay. Welcome, guys. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Okay. Um, so welcome, guys. Welcome back to the channel. So today's video, we're going to be creating a very web interface font tester, and this is an application whereby we are going to be building together, and we're not going to be creating this from scratch because this is something that is not for junior. Maybe it's not for that newbies, but it's quite something you should be a little bit more in an intermediate level a bit before you understand some of the things we're doing right here. So come to live chat. So let me know where you guys are watching that from. Okay. Hello Andrew, welcome to the channel. Let me know where you guys are chatting from or watching from, okay? And so actually today's video we're going to like vibe code, and it's a trend that has been going on for a while, and today's video we just want to take a very closer look of how this whole thing works, and how you can use it for your own advantage, okay? And okay, so let's try to, I just want there to be like some people are here to join this stream, so we'll wait for them to come up. Okay, so let me know where you guys are watching from, and okay, and let's see, as you can see, these are little fun projects right here, and we're going to learn how to vibe code and build in some additional features on this, and of course we'll see how that works. And if you're new to the channel, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Hey Andrew, oh, you from, is that Australia or Austria? It's nice. Welcome to the channel, Andrew. And yeah, that's what we're talking about. So you guys should come live, and make sure you let me know where you guys are watching from. This helps me to know that people supporting the channel and all of that, okay? Yep. So we need to, let's see. Okay. Alright guys, so um okay. Hello guys, hello Code with Zen, how are you doing? Okay, I'm glad nice being here. Well, that's cool. Welcome to the stream. Okay. Okay, so I'm still waiting for a lot of you to join the channel. Okay, someone said that your voice is too low. Okay. Hello guys. Let me know if you can hear me right now. Okay. Let me know if you guys can hear me right now. I need to make sure my laptop is a little bit closer to me. Okay, and it's asking between what are we making. Okay, yep. Yeah, I'm just a little bit waiting for people to join the stream, and we'll start in a bit. But for now, we are making, or like we are more like vibe coding in between, right? So we are trying to learn how we can use AI to, build this stuff for us, okay? And it's a lot of, it's kind of the latest trend that's going on right now, and I really, really want to get my hands dirty with it and also show you guys how it works, okay? So, yep, so we'll start in a bit, but just want other people to join the stream, okay? So let me know where you guys are watching that from. Okay. Okay. Oh, cool! I love it already. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Okay. Yep, it's so cool. Okay. So I hope you guys can see my screen. Let me zoom in a little bit in case you guys can't see, as you can see. Okay. And let me know if you can see all of this clearly. Let me know if there's any adjustments you want me to make. So, and let me know if my voice is audible as well. Okay. Okay. Let me see. We are already here. Okay. Color with Zen. So I love this as well. Okay. Thank you. Right. Okay, so I think we should start right now. So if you are new to the channel, okay, so let me drop my charts a little bit right here so you guys know I can see and read your messages. For those of you who may think I'm not seeing the messages, of course I can see your messages right here. And let me just put that a little bit right here so I can see all of the messages you sent, and make sure you keep it coming, okay? Okay, So right here I can read all of your charts. Alright, so let me make this smaller. I think this will be perfect. Enough size for me to do whatever I want to right here. Okay, I think this will be great. Alright guys, so let's see. So what do we have here? This it's find your ideal match. So what is this all about? So this is all about you testing out fonts, okay? And this is not just you can share these fonts with other users, and it's still going to choose the same font whenever you share your fonts with other people, okay? So let me give you guys a quick maybe a little demo on how this is working. So right here, let's say you have this right here. We've got the primary font to be intern and the secondary font to be Neneto, and also we've got the copy button and also the download button or the share URL button if you want to. And this is just some shots and components that I created, okay, just to test out this font, and all of that. So and a little bit of we might add, or probably we may not add, but the fun fact of this is letting the AI to do its job and creating more of some example. As you can see right here in this font, we have some limited font right here. I mean, we can add more, okay? Yeah, we can add more fonts to this list, okay? So we're going to use the AI to vibe code all of these, and then we can make our work more easier. So for now, let's say this is a font Inter, right? And here is another font called Roberto, and also we've got the Poppins and Montserrat, okay? So what if we choose these fonts to watch what will happen? And remember, it's a font testing interface, okay? It's nothing much going on, it's just a font testing interface, okay? So if I choose one of these primary fonts, you're going to see some changes right on this interface, okay? So watch. If I click on select Roberto, see, as you can see, this font changed, okay? And if I go to Urban Sans, okay, as you can see, it does change again. And while all these are changes, some part of the components as well, they are all changed alongside. So if I go to Cabin, as you can see, this font right here, it all changed as well. If I go to Oswald, as you can see, we all change. Let me choose something else, something more. Okay, let's say we go with Fair Code. So as you can see, we've got this font right here, the top one changed. And these are all the primary selected fonts that will change. As you can see, as on this, it didn't change this because it's a secondary font. So if I change the secondary font to something like what about Hint? As you can see, they change, right? And also this one changed as well, okay? And we can select this one as well, okay? As you can see, they all changed. And also, if you watch closely, you will notice the URL does change as well. You notice this URL does change according to the selected font. So if I copy this URL, and share it with a friend or anyone, and they paste it in their browser, and I hit enter, you see it's going to like get me that same font that I selected. As you can see, it's Fira and Inconsolata. So if I go back to the main one, as you can see, it's still the same font as well as this one. So you can share the font with whoever you want to, you know, share your, you know, your idea interest with. Okay, so that's for that. So why are we doing this? We're doing this just so we can, you know, you know, understand the basic of vibe coding and how it can, you know, fasten your work. Okay, so right here in our code editor, let me zoom in a little bit. By the way, this build is 100% responsive, as you can, except this, you know, I'm going to fix this one when we start coding. Okay, so it's 100% responsive. Apart from this, it's all good, as you can see. Also, you can toggle between those as well. So let's walk you guys through. Let me zoom in a little bit. Please make sure if my screen size is not that big enough, let me know. I can, you know, zoom in a little bit. And right here. And okay, so what are we going to do? First of all, I'm going to, you know, show you guys my global, my layout, and also my package.json. Okay, so first, let's even start fresh how I came up with all of these. Let's go to the package.json. So in here we have our packages, dependencies. Okay, so right checkbox, and you write this UI. You know, these are all from Shadcn. Okay, so I'm going to explain more. And this remix icon is a font icon, which you can see from right here. Okay, as you can see, these are a bunch of icons from Remix. Okay, so if you want to, you can come there and grab some icons that I use. And also, this is class variant authority is automatically there by Shadcn. Okay, so you need to have that one. Also, you need to install Framer Motion, and you need to install the input OTP, and also you need to install Lucid React as well, because we're going to need a combination of some fonts from here and also from here. So React Payment Input, this is a little package that we're going to need. Also, we're going to need Sonar as well. Okay, so that's basically all it is that we're going to need. Okay, so here is the front page. As you can see, we have the header, also the hero, and also the font selector, which is this two dropped selection right here. Also, we've got the div. As you can see, this is not just ordinary div. This is like a Montessori grid. Okay, and also login form, leave this one, and also we're going to have the payment at this one. Okay, and the notification component, which is this one right here, as you can see. And also we've got the OTP, which is this one. So we can enter code or wrong code. Okay, we've got that. So if you want to, you know, these are all available using Shadcn. Okay, so I'll go over it little by little, but you know, we just want to I just want to show you guys what this vibe coding is all about. Okay, and let's go back to the layout. Okay, so here is the layout. Okay, and Yep, so here is the layout. Here is the normal stuff going on. All you need to do is separate hydration warning and also separate hydration warning to be true right here. And then the rest stay the same thing. The only difference is you're going to need to install Sonar, and then you need to call it right here globally, so that you can call it wherever you want in your project. Okay, and then pretty code formatting formatter. Still giving its thing. Okay. Okay. Okay, so it's still trying to save, but we're going to keep doing our thing. Okay, so right here is the font provider, which we created inside the components folder. Also in here we have the font provider. Okay, so here is the font provider. So let's go to the font provider. This one. So a lot of stuff is happening right here. So this is where we're going to do like a little bit of example of vibe of it. Okay, so now you can see so we are on the top of our application. We use the use client, and also we import the React from React. Also we have the create component and also the use context, so we can be able to create context and then use the context globally at a specific route as well. So here we have the use effect, right, which happens to be that renders when we initially start our project. Okay, when the browser mounts. So this is what we fires when the browser mounts. Okay, and right here is the use state that controls the values for every state change. Okay, so here are all the fonts that I imported from the fonts Google, like here. And also right here we are initializing the font, giving it some of the properties needed for it to work, giving a weight of 100. Also we're doing this for all of the fonts. As you can see, some have this key of weight and the value, but some doesn't need it to work. Like this two doesn't need it. Okay, but this need it. Okay, and this one doesn't need it. This one as well doesn't need it. This one doesn't need to wait. So as others. Okay, so here we are just font, giving it the name, all of that, but make sure it's dash font dash then the name of the font. Okay, so let's go down right here. So here we say font map name, so they are variable. So here we have the font map, and here we call it the Roberto right here. This one, Roberto. This variable we have the font name, font Roberto. Okay. Here will be equivalent to the font Roberto, like so. So here we be equivalent to something like this. Okay, so let me get that one out of the way. And here also we have got the Inter and some other fonts right here, for some to be for primary and some to be in the secondary. Okay, so right here is all the secondary the primary fonts that we're going to be needed. So if we come here, the let me go back to the home page. The first font right here is Roberto. The second is Inter, as you can see, Inter, Poppins, and Montserrat. Okay, this is Montserrat. Okay, so we can, and then the Latte, and all of that. Okay, so here we give them the what's it called, available fonts. We share them to be some. That means all of these fonts right there that you see, all of its fonts that we categorize, we share them into two, one for the primary, some for the secondary. Okay, and here we create the type for the context, which we are going to share within the component. So right here we have got the primary font, and also we've got the secondary font. So this is the type of context we're going to share whenever we're calling the what's it called, the use form context. So here we just giving it some types. The primary will be string, the secondary will be string. Also set primary font, that will be a function that accepts a parameter of type of string. Okay, also a secondary parameter that accepts the type of string. So if we say create context, we're passing it the type, so it automatically is going to have the type right here. So here we just giving it a default value of Roberto, and secondary font is going to be of type Open Sans, as you can see, and as you can see, Open Sans. So, and also here is a function, this primary and the set secondary function, that we're going to invoke a change whenever this happens. Okay, so right here is the use context. So we're going to use the use context which we already had. Let me close all of these. Okay, so we already had the okay, so a little bit much. I just want to be sure I can show you guys the font. Okay, so okay, so here we've got the use context which we imported from React. So in here, for we to use this context across our application, we need to use the use context and pass in this font context, right here. So right here is the function font provider, which accepts the children. It's a type of React or React Node. Okay, and let me close these ones up. So I will explain everything gradually. Okay, so right here we're going to wrap this font provider in our layout. As you can see, font provider is going to accept the children. Okay, so in here, this is a child to this layout. So whatever we do inside this page layout is going to automatically be rendering under this layout. So here the font provider is where we wrapped the children, as you can see. So first of all, what are we going to do? Now for we to be able to use this context, this one right here, globally, we need to make sure we wrap this font context, which is of this type, that created the context of provider, and in here we're going to accept some value, the values which we are going to be using in all of our applications. Okay, so in here we're going to have the primary font, which right now we are going to define this way. So here set the primary font and set for primary font both will be of use state, and also right now it's saying if available fonts dot include, and mind you the available font right here is an array of all the primary fonts. Okay, so if it does include the initial primary font, what is the initial primary font? The initial primary font is getting the parameter, the query being passed when sending this request. As you can see, if I select a primary font to be of Montserrat, as you can see right here in my URL, a primary font query has been sent and the value is Montserrat. So if on selecting of Montserrat right here, so it's basically checking if this selected font right now it is Montserrat, if the Montserrat is included in the available font. As you can see right here in the available font right here, Montserrat, let's say, is Montserrat in here? Okay, as you can see there's Montserrat in here. So as you can see, the initial primary font is getting the query passed. Okay, it's getting the primary font passed. Okay, so as you can see, the primary font right here is the value, is the query passed, and the Roboto is the selected value. If I choose select something else, Poppins, so it's going to trigger and store here to be the value gotten from this is going to be Poppins, okay, as well. So what do we do next? So here as well is we've checked the primary font. So like I told you, we're going to do the secondary font as well. As you can see, here is the secondary font, and also it's same thing, the value selected, then use the value selected, or else just use the alternative. Okay, so right here we're going to update URL when font changes. Okay, so here set primary font to whatever font. Whenever we, as you can see, these are the set primary font state, which is the state right here. Okay, so when we select a value, if it's included, so you're going to return uses value. So right here we're calling this this function, and we're passing in whatever font that was being passed alongside when they select this font. Okay, so whatever font we select is going to be included right here, and it's going to update the primary font to whatever updates the URL to whatever font as well as we selected. Okay, and that is so as well for the secondary fonts. So there isn't much there to worry about, and also we have a helper to update the URL when a font URL with font parameters. Okay, so here this one is just for this option right here. So here we get to say const params, because the new URL search params window location the search. So it's going to search for the what's it called? So for you to know what this is all about, so let's go back to so let's open this one up. So let's close this. As you can see, search property. The search property of the location interface is search string, also called a query string. That is a string containing the question marks followed by the parameter of the location URL. So right here we've got a little example. For example, let's anchor document get element by ID. So here const query string account of search returns q. So here we have 123 and also URL search query further parsing. So here we can use the URL search params which are used right here, URL search params, and also right here pass into queue to get the get this query, and also here is the value, so it's going to return 123. Okay, so it's a very simple logic for you to grasp. So that's why I'm just using it to to get the search query, and the parameter sets that query plus the value that has been passed alongside when we call this function. Okay, also when we refresh the page, as you can see, if I refresh the page, it's still going to give me that same font because nothing changed. Okay, so it's going to give me that same font with this logic. So okay, so right here we still had Poppins font and also Montserrat selected. Okay, and okay, so let's see. And sorry guys, so let's see if let's just go back to this whole thing and vibe code for a while before, because that is the main goal for we to vibe code. So right here we have got a lot of fonts right here. So what are we going to do? Let me say so you're going to come to your ChatGPT right here. So let me zoom in a little bit. So let me go, as you can see, this ChatGPT, and right here you might choose whatever chat you like, but for me I'm going to select the editor like chat. Okay, so here right here I'm just going to say as add additional maybe 4 fonts to the list right here. So as you can see, it added like 4 fonts. So all you have to do is accept it. So these 4 fonts you'll be like, okay, so what else we're going to do? So right here you might say, okay, right down here you stick say, okay, if that is the case, add the 4 fonts, 4 fonts here as the rest. So we're going to let it in. So as you can see, it's adding the 4 fonts right here. So all you have to do, if no errors, just accept it. Okay, and as you can see, it's giving me this what's it called? Mind you, this 4 fonts it added this latter static SC and also Achiever. As you can see right here on our list, I know. Okay, on our list we don't have these 4 fonts. We only added them recently. Okay, so what we need to do is see why this is complaining. As you can see, property weight is missing in type, so it's it's saying this weight thing is not added, this one right here, so that's a problem. So let's see how to add this weight of a thing. So if we come down here, we're going to notice this one has a weight. So some fonts has weight while some doesn't have weight. So in here we're just going to add it right there. So this one should stop crying. Also this one should stop yelling at us. Okay, as you can see, it's all done. All these four fonts right now are ready. So what we need, and as you can see, all this, we've already worked on all of these ones, and okay, so here we use the const. Okay, so all of those as you can see, so here we're going to add different fonts right here. So all we need to do is come here and add as well. So just hit enter. So you watch the AI do its own thing, as you can see. Right here say for sans serif, which is not what we wanted. Let's say omit the newly font, add them here. For it, as you can see, it added it. Okay, so right now, mind you, this is the Atlanta. Some are the available primary fonts and also the secondary fonts. So if we come here, do we see any of these fonts? Atlanta. Okay, Atlanta. Okay, none of those fonts exist in here yet. Okay, so let me just close this. So probably I need to refresh, but they're not going to be here first. So until I add them here before you're going to see. So as you can see, they're not here. This is the only A font that's in here. So let's come here back and open Inlight Chart, and here I might just say share the fonts, share the four fonts between. Okay, share the newly added fonts between the two these two. Why should I say between these two, like so? Okay, so let's watch it. As you can see, let's accept it. So let's go back here, and we've got the actor. Okay, so I really don't know which one is which. Export const. Okay, I really let me check for it. I don't think it added. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so the newly added font right here actor. Okay, I think these are the newly added fonts right here. Okay, so we should be looking, as you can see, we have this one right here as well. So here we need to add those fonts. So okay, so let's try some other prompt again. Add this fonts. Make add these fonts. The list between the two and one, and the rest in another. Then I paste in the fonts. So here are the fonts right here. Okay, so let's try. So let's see if it's going to add available fonts or push. It's trying to push the no. Let's see future toggle changes. Okay, so secondary fonts are push. I know this. Okay, so let's just do this manually. So let's put this one right here, and this one. So let's, my bad. So where is it? Okay, so right here I just need to convert this to a string. Okay, and matrix CE. Okay, so matrix CE. So let me remove this one. So this is for the primary, and this is for the secondary. So let me grab this. And hit it right here. Okay. And then ASAP. So let me remove this one right here. So if I should refresh, you should see at least one of these fonts inside our interface. Okay, so if I come down here, at least I remember I added this, where is it called? Did I? Okay. Okay. Did it switch or something? Okay, so let me check Atlanta, and oh, so it came under the secondary font. So it came under the secondary, as you can see, it's right here, and also this one is right here. I don't know why they came under the secondary font. Let me just remove this one and try again. I think so. Atlanta should be removed from here, and to be in this what's it called? It should be in this primary font. So let's see if that works. As you can see right here, it's down here. Okay, so I was adding them right in this one. Okay, so right here it's a global way of sharing this sharing these fonts across the what's it called, the application. So right here we can close this one and also close this one. So in our layout right here and the provider, we're making sure this font is available to the children. And if I show you my global.css, you can see we have this theme. Also, as you can see, if we are to use the theme right here, as you can see, we are using the new Tailwind version 4, and then right here is how you add your fonts. So if we were to add all of these fonts right here, it will be a lot of work. We're going to call each and every one of these fonts right here, and that would be I don't know, that would be too much for me to do. So that is how you can make it work. So for now, whenever we call on this, you're going to notice down here we have a style, and also the primary font is going to call this get font function, and here this get font function is going to accept a parameter of type of font name, and this is going to be a switch. Whenever the font name change, then we're going to return uh, you know that font. So here, if it is Roberto, then if the case is Roberto, then we're going to return Roberto, or this is just the fallback, okay, sans serif. So in case it doesn't exist, so this would be just a fallback. So right here we did all of that kind of thing, and also I think we didn't add the the list of those newly added ones right here. So let's tell it to add the newly added one right here. The newly added fonts in here. So let's hit enter. So as you can see, it added the newly fonts in here. If I was to choose those fonts before, if I had to choose any of those fonts, it won't even work. But right now I added it, it's going to work. Okay. So I cover that, done with that, and right here we can. It's refreshing. So so wait for it to come up, and as you can see, it's on refreshing. And then if we go and click on the newly added font, this one, okay, not that one, okay, Atlanta. So if we click on it, as you can see, it does change. If I go to Fura, as you can see, it did change. If I click on it, it did change again. And right, if I go back, we added tons of fonts right here. So we added this ASAP, like ASAP Rocky. As you can see, it does change, right? And if I choose this one, as you can see, it does change again. Brilliant, it's perfect. So what happened, you can copy this URL and share it with other friends. Immediately you do that, it will have this same style applied to the URL, okay? And also, these are just basic components you can add. It does nothing, but this is just like Shadcn and stuff. I never use Shadcn in any of my projects. I just want to get this this what you need to know about vibe coding and how you can build some stuff with it, and just make sure you are very, very good with commands like prompt engineer and stuff like that, and it will work very, very nice for you. And yeah, so that is it for this. And if you want the code to all of this, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be storing them in my GitHub. And of course, I don't know if I don't know if it's going to be what's it called. Let me go to my GitHub. As you can see, here is my GitHub. And make sure if you're new as well here, make sure you support the channel by support my GitHub here by following the link. As you can see, we have some small community right here, so make sure you support us. And so I'm going to be having some of the link right here, my GitHub, if you want to, and that will be good. But it's just a little project I want to show you guys on how to vibe code. It's been some kind of amazing stuff going on lately, and just want to show you guys that this is how it works, and this is how you can build your own applications and it will all, just make sure you know what you're doing. Make sure you know, at least have a basic understanding of how programming works and some logics, and then you're good to go. Okay, so that is basically it. If there's anything you don't understand, I'll still be a little bit late on the live chat, and make sure you drop your um, make sure you drop it down here. I'll be reading your comments right here. Okay, so that is it for you, whatever you need to know about you know okay, so yeah. So let me know, guys, what is it you want me to build next. Let me know. This is a lifetime for you to ask your questions, any of it you don't understand. So make sure you ask right now, and I will answer you live right here, okay? Before I go offline. Okay? And okay. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Okay, nicely explained. So this is how font websites are being created. Just launched something new. Of course, font websites are way more different. But at least this is just a basic for you to get your hands dirty. But with times, probably we will do something way more different than this. But for now, yep, this is some kind of way they do it. Okay. And okay, and so keep the chat coming, guys. So if there's anything you still don't understand, let me know, and I'll answer you guys live right away. Okay. Okay. So here, probably if you want to see the components as well. So here is the component for the font selector. Like I told you guys, globally you're going to accept the call the use secondary font, and also here is a component, the function that accepts the font parameter as of type of so here this will force a render when font changes. So right here we're using a body.style.font family, and also we're using, remember in our what's it called, go back here to, let's go back to the global.css. Okay, so here we have this var, the font, right? So here also, where is it? So right here is going to accept our primary font. Okay, no, okay, here is going to accept the primary font also, and also whatever heading is being selected, be it any of these, also is going to store the value right here. So here we're just mapping each of the heading as HTML elements the style, and also we're going to set whatever heading, like this one, they are heading, I think this should be heading 2 or something, or some, yeah. So it's going to accept apply the fonts, the selected fonts as well to this as well. Okay, and yep, that's just the basic stuff. And here you can copy it from your to your clipboard and share it with whatever you want. You can see font combination, copy to clipboard. Okay, so there isn't much that is going on right here. It's just you applying the selected fonts to to the page whenever it's being clicked. Okay, as you can see. So guys, it's nice being here. So if there's anything you still don't understand, please make sure you leave a comment down here, and I will respond to you, to your chat right here. Okay, so for that's been done, I'd like to think I need to be going off stream, and I'll catch you guys soon. Okay, so without it, thank you so much for the time. Thank you Code with Zen, thank you AK, thank you Andrew.